Good day, everybody. It's the 21st of December, 2023, and I haven't been making any videos much lately, at least the past 2 weeks. For the first week, I was in YouTube jail, to say the least. I mentioned something medical, and they don't like that at all, even if I kind of hinted around it. And at the same time, the group I'm working with, we make live streams called From the Other Side BY on YouTube. But of course they're banned at the moment. I think it's going to go for maybe another week. And of course I was banned. They got banned then, so it's twice in a row they got banned, or we got banned on the we part. And yes, and I believe it's that somebody turned us in because we didn't really say anything. And we got banned a second time only because we talked about the first time that we were banned and didn't say anything about it at all. So I guess that's not even allowed. So I don't know. That's what it is. And I think I got something from YouTube saying that I'm not that big enough of a big shot for them to even review anything from me. So they're not even going to review anything. You know, you press some sort of appeal, and basically they flipped a little finger at you and say, "Lay, take that, buddy. You're not big enough." I don't know. That's the impression I got. But I think we got turned in because there's a person here in Minsk, a Belarusian guy. You know, he speaks very good English, of course, and he has sort of running hustler type of businesses, language school and real estate, things like that. And apparently, because what happened when we got banned, first it was the live stream, you know, guys that I work with. That got banned, and then like a day or so after that, I got banned when I made a video. I can't remember how many views I got, but anyhow, but right before our live stream people got banned, he had met with this person and asked him if he wanted to be on the show. So the person didn't know about our show, and then he tuned in, and I guess he reported us. So we can't mention anything about that medical situation at all, because we can't say the C word, we can't say the V word, things like that. I might even get banned. This one might get banned as well, just because I talk about it. But a few things I want to talk about today. One of them, it has to do with this. It's a school here, and as you know, children go to school. There was a boy just walked past me, and well, this is the grounds. I'll show you the grounds anyhow. So, in case you don't know, I'm in Belarus, the Republic of Belarus. We are just north of Ukraine, and we are west of Russia, and we are east of Poland, Lithuania, and Latvia. So anyway, I'll be talking about children, but first I want to talk about what's going on with our man not Elon Musk, Gonzalo Lira. So I mentioned him before on my channel, and it always has, you know, a lot of views. And in case people don't really know so much right now about what the status of Gonzalo Lira is, his father was being interviewed at one point in time. I think that was months ago by Tucker Carlson, and apparently at that time Gonzalo hadn't had communication with his father for at least a decade, maybe 20 years. I think maybe it was 20. Long time. And anyway, but his father seems to not like him too much, apparently. But of course, I'm sure he doesn't want anything bad to happen to him. So that, of course, why he was on Tucker Carlson. And I think he wants to know about the whereabouts of his son. And Gonzalo Lira, you know, he's been involved in multiple types of, I don't know, what do you call it? I don't know what you call it, some businesses and different types of things on YouTube and things like that. But anyhow, so I thought somebody was giving me the eye. Oh, somebody else has got a camera out there. Wonder what they're doing. They got a tripod set up. So anyway, when Tucker Carlson reported on that, also so did at least Elon Musk. Elon Musk, of course, watches all the reports from Tucker Carlson, and a lot of always when Tucker Carlson is on, he is broadcasting on X, which used to be Twitter, and of course is now in full control of Elon Musk. So I guess that's a favorite, of course, and Elon Musk loves Tucker Carlson as much as a lot of us do anyway. And there's some people leaving, I guess. They have cameras and some tripods, probably cameras, I don't know. But anyway, I'll get to why it's appropriate that I'm at a school right now when I get to the next subject after I'm talking about Gonzalo Lira. So they seem to always have new scheduled hearings for Gonzalo Lira, and there was one it was supposed to be a decision made between the 12th of December and the 21st of December. Today is the 21st of December. So right by now, we're supposed to have a status on what's going on with Gonzalo Lira. And I think that was brought on because of the fact that Elon Musk was questioning, what is this all about? An American, after, I think it was Tucker Carlson said, yeah, we send $100 billion to these people, and then they have an American citizen in prison and not conducted or not even suspected of conducting any kind of a violent type of crime that hurt anybody. I think they say the crime is that he spoke badly about Ukraine. So, and I guess, that's the big democracy in Ukraine, which they call a model of democracy, and probably freedom of speech and everything like that, and all the political parties are banned except for one. I mean, you can go on and on, but you've already heard all that sort of stuff already. Great model of democracy. All of the other things. The ones where they scoop people up off the streets anywhere they possibly can find people, go to the gyms, grab people, wrestle them, fight them, and stick them in a van, handcuff them, and ship them off to the front line into the meat grinder. So anyway, if anybody hears anything about Gonzalo Lira, because I haven't heard anything, and right now, what is it? It's well afternoon here. I don't know, what is it, 2 o'clock, and there's still nothing been reported about Gonzalo Lira, about any kind of if there's going to be another trial date or if he's released or not. And you would think that if Elon Musk is getting involved in it, Elon Musk helped Ukraine a lot with Starlink, you would think that they would release him. But apparently what the story is that I heard, it's not really that Gonzalo Lira was complaining about Ukraine so much, but the first or the second time, well, the second time they detained him and actually had him in prison, and was getting all of his money and things like that through his devices. Apparently, just days before that, he said something negative about Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, and maybe that is what actually triggered it off. So it's possible that the United States is behind all this stuff. And if I were Gonzalo Lira, I would not have been trying to go across the Hungarian border the way he did. Officially, I would have gone over the fields, and he was thinking that was ridiculous. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. That's what I would do. Anything within morals and legality, I would have done that. And of course, the laws in Ukraine, I wouldn't call them legal anyway. So now, a little bit of news. The EU countries are planning or threatening to censor Hungary if they don't vote with them to put Ukraine into the European Union. Hungary, of course, is saying that it's going to cost way too much, and there's a lesson. Look at what Hungary cost the Soviet Union in the old days. Look at what did I say? Did I say Hungary? Look at what Ukraine cost the Soviet Union in the old days, and then look at what Ukraine was costing Russia before that. Ukraine is basically, because of the corruption, and it's not because of the people, anything about hard work or anything like that. It's a very corrupt country, and a lot of the money just disappears, so it goes into people's pockets. So that's something to be considered. Very corrupt country, and look at all the money that's disappearing from America going over there. I think, how many times more money has gone into Ukraine to fight Russia than Russia has put in to fight Ukraine? Vast, vast, vast amounts. And yet Ukraine has no weapons anymore. They're all destroyed. Their people are all gone. They're conscripting couples, women and couples. Not long ago, they found a pregnant woman online, the Russian. They found her, a pregnant woman on the front lines. Don't shoot me, I'm pregnant. So, boy, oh boy. Great democracy. And the European Union is saying if Hungary does not vote the way the European wants him to vote, European Union, then they will take away his voting right, or their voting rights. Orban is what I was speaking about. They will take away Hungary's voting rights. I guess that's democracy, as you know. And there's also another thing is Poland, right next door. I guess just last night, they're doing a crackdown against any opposing media. So they're breaking in, going and taking over the media, unless they're pro-government. So I guess they're going the same direction as Ukraine is going. Isn't that great, huh? Okay. So the main thing I really wanted to talk about is, and everybody's talking about this, and it's not about the Houthis and all that sort of thing, which is also very, very interesting. The United States is just about now to go to war against the Houthis. Yemen. It's economic reasons, of course. Before that, I'll show you this house. Old house here, very interesting. Looks like somebody still lives there. It's a fixer-upper. Has some beauty to it, I think. Okay, I'm skipping around in my notes here. Okay, like I said, the main thing I wanted to talk about, and the reason why that school is appropriate, because this year 2023, in my opinion, it looks like this is the year of the war against children in the West, not in the East, not in Belarus and not in Russia, but the West has made a war against children. And a lot of this is documented through that film, The Sound of Freedom. I talked about that before, and now the year is culminating in this massive deaths of children by the Israelis. And it seems like the operation is mostly to kill children. I mean, because that's how it's looking. So what is the worst part about what's going on in Gaza is the death of thousands and thousands of children. They're bombing houses indiscriminately. They say there's Hamas in them, apparently, but they have no evidence. And it's just like the attack on October 7th. If anybody really looks at the evidence, and of course there's not going to be any investigation, there you don't even need an investigation because the facts are very obvious, that any of those Israelis that were killed on October 7th, you know, that kicked off this whole war, they were killed by Israelis. Look at all the video footage and look at all of the testimonies from soldiers in the IDF, Israeli soldiers, Israeli citizens that were there. And they all, well, not all, maybe all, but there's so very, very many of them that have testimonies of Israeli soldiers killing Israeli civilians. And a lot of, like I said, the military, the IDF, Israeli Defense Force, a lot of them come out and said they were told to fire into buildings. And then they have, recently, I think it was yesterday, you know, there's like drone footage, or was it from the helicopter, where it shows tanks down below firing shells into Israeli houses. And there's, just like that, they talk about, you know, the people that did survive, they were buried under something, and they said they just tried to stay quiet, and right next to them is a tank, and her husband died, a tank maybe rolled over him, I don't know. Anyway, a lot of these atrocities going on, but that's another matter. Mostly I was trying to say that this year, 2023, is, in truth, is the year of the war against children. Sex trafficking, organ trafficking, And you can look back even, I'm not sure what year was that, but when they had the earthquake in Haiti, I'm trying to think of the year that was, 2011, 2013, I'm not actually that positive, but, and it doesn't really matter. In 2007, large oil deposits were discovered in Haiti, and most of that is right underneath the city, Port-au-Prince. And that is one reason why the United States went in there fast as lightning. They went into Haiti and took charge of that faster than they would whenever there's a disaster happening in the United States. It happened much faster than going into Haiti. And Israel was there. Israel was there, and they had a tent set up, supposedly for, Israeli doctors. And people were noticing that a lot of the children that would go into the Israeli tent, they never came out. And there's, of course, a back door there. But anyway, these children were never seen again. And soon after those reports were being made that children were disappearing, the Israelis pulled out immediately. Well, that was back then. And so they're involved in a lot of this, what's going on with children. And now you see them massacring children in Gaza. Old house here looks like a good fixer-upper too, right here in Minsk. Kind of close to the road. Actually, it's got a large piece of property here. Boy, I tell you, you can probably get some of these for a song and a dance. I don't sing that bad. I wish I could dance a little bit better, but I can. Oh, actually, no, this is a different plot over here. But it's actually, looks like there's nothing on it. Look, for sale. And then here's the old house. Make some improvements right here in the city of Minsk. I'll tell you what, this is a great place to live, Belarus, especially in the city of Minsk here. Metro isn't that far, but of course if you have a car, you can park it, lots of parking right out here. Look at right in front. The road needs to be done a little. This is a little side road. A lot of you like to see these houses on these small side roads. I like actually coming here because there's no traffic. Okay, now what else? Okay. But anyway, we talk a lot about these things on our live stream, so I would suggest you turn in to see us. And what we're going to be doing, first we're going to be starting on YouTube, and then of course, since we get banned a lot and YouTube does not like the content that we have to turn off and tell everybody to switch over to Rumble. But you can actually join us whenever we're going to be starting again on YouTube, and the name is, and it's very difficult to find. I think YouTube makes it very difficult to find, but it's called From the Other Side BY, no dots or anything. From the Other Side BY, all one word. And we're also on Rumble, so you try to join us on Rumble or X. Rumble, X, we were on Facebook. I'm not too sure. Dave was going to try just having it on Rumble to see how things go. I think last night in the live stream, even though we're just starting out, that was number 6 or 7, but we had, I think, 129 people watching. And one time, very soon, we're saying just as soon as we get our things going, we're going to have, make sure that we have no kinks in and there's no, it doesn't fall out, because it fell out at one time. So now everything's well improved. We have, the cameras are good. We have better lighting than we did in the first videos. And then we're going to have people on, like Alex Cristoforo is going to be coming on. And we're going to have some politicians coming on, one from Australia. And of course, we'll have Ozzy Cossack. He's going to be coming on. And there'll be other people. We'll have, who else? Well, I'll just leave that because we haven't got definite confirmation on that yet. There was a doctor also, and involved in this medical stuff that's going on that I'm not allowed to talk about, or else they'll get rid of me right away on YouTube right now. So, as I say, this might get banned too. And yes, if it gets banned, because I didn't even talk about that medical problem, then this will be my last video if I do get kicked off. Just so you know that, and then you'll hopefully join us on Rumble. Just look for something like From the Other Side, because that's what it's going to be called, From the Other Side. And if anything happens, I'll try to get some kind of message where everybody can watch on that, you know. I think, what do I have? It's like 700 subscribers, and normally I get at least 200 views. So we'll see how that all works out. And I'm actually, well, I don't think I'm going to get banned. I hope not. I'm not going to get banned this time. But at least if I do, and even up till this time, I'd like to thank everybody that's been joining me and watching my videos. It's very nice. And I hope that I'm delivering some sort of content that you like. We like to talk about things that are not reported in the regular mainstream media or corporate media. A lot of times our things are not even reported by people that have vlogs. And I've noticed we sent a few things and they didn't even get reported on a lot of other premier channels and things for days afterwards. So if you tune in to our channel, a lot of times you're going to get the news before you can hear it from other places, or else you'll get a good take on it. We have a lot of experience. One was a person was a federal agent in the Homeland Security. One of us, not me, was worked for the NSA, National Security Agency, for quite a few years. I was in the Army for 7 years, worked for the Commanding General of U.S. forces, all U.S. forces in Germany, and some other experiences as well. But we have a culmination of a lot of experiences. But, you know, anyway, that's enough enough chatter. So try to join us. And our live streams are on, at least at Minsk time, if you can find us. We start at 8 o'clock on Minsk time till 10 o'clock. And the days are on Sundays and Wednesdays. So the next one is going to be on Sunday, this coming Sunday, which is like, what, 24th? 24th of December? Yes, right before Christmas. And that's also very interesting. You know, this is when we celebrate the birth of Jesus, the baby Jesus, and look at what's happening to babies in Gaza. So, just saying, okay. Again, thanks for joining me, and I hope I'm going to see you there on the other side. So, from the other side. Bye-bye.